Welcome to episode 20 of the Football and Travel Show. With no more tournaments of any significant note running throughout the year, I decided let's look at some bit of different content, and I'm looking over every city Bristol is twinned with. So twin town, sister city, twinning cities, many cities across the world have them. And often these links come about when certain cities are alike both in geography, culture, or various other aspects. If you'd like to see me do this on any other city, then let me know in the comments below, although places like London would probably require a part 2 episode. But I'm going to start with my local city, Bristol. Up first is Bordeaux, major city in France. Like with Bristol, it's a southwest port city in its respective home country. It's home to FC Girondins de Bordeaux, who have won 6 Ligue 1 titles, 10 domestic cup competitions, and have made several appearances in both the Champions League and the Europa League. Players such as Zinedine Zidane and Tchouaméni have come from Bordeaux's academy. Bordeaux has been a host city in the 1998 FIFA World Cup, Euro 2016, and the 2024 Olympics. In rugby union, Bordeaux have hosted 2 Rugby World Cups in the 21st century, including 2007 and 2023. Bordeaux is also known for the wine they produce, including Chateau Latour and Chateau Margaux. Bordeaux is also home to one of Gordon Ramsay's famous restaurants, Le Précieux d'Argent. Relations with Bristol include the Bristol-Bordeaux Partnership, which has its own website and LinkedIn page. Their aim is to develop a greater understanding and friendship between the people of both cities, including promoting cultural, economic, and educational links. The two cities officially twinned in 1947. And up next we have a look at Porto. The northwestern Portuguese city has shared a friendship with Bristol for 40 years and is one of my favourite cities. It's twinned with 22 towns and cities across Europe and the globe, including Bordeaux. Porto is famous for its history, architecture, port, and football. FC Porto is one of the biggest clubs in Portugal and nicknamed the Dragons. Their trophy cabinet include 30 league titles, 49 domestic cups, 2 Champions League, 2 Europa Leagues, 1 Super Cup, and 2 Intercontinental Cups. Fans of the club are also referred to as Portistas. Towards the north of Porto, there is another club in Liga Portugal called Boavista, who have won 1 league title and 12 domestic cups. Relations with Bristol have included the Bristol-Porto Association, as well as Porto playing Bristol Rovers in a pre-season friendly in 2022, where Porto won 3-0, including a goal from Francisco Conceição. There was a strong sense of unity between both sets of players and staff after the game. Both clubs play in blue and white. Before twinning, Bristol and Porto had been trading wine with each other. Like with Bordeaux, Bristol have been trading with Porto since the 17th century. And over to Hanover. Like with Bordeaux, Bristol and Hanover were twinned in 1947. This relationship became one of the first post-war twinnings between a British and German city. Hanover is located in northern central Germany. In northern Germany, only Berlin, Hamburg, and Bremen are bigger. You can find many museums, galleries, and historic buildings in Hanover. Their football club, Hanover 96, play in Bundesliga 2, but have had many years in the Bundesliga. Hanover have won 2 league titles before the league was known as the Bundesliga. They've also won the DFB Pokal in 1992, and as well as winning 3 Bundesliga 2 titles. In Europe, Hanover have progressed as far as the quarter-finals of the 2011-12 Europa League, losing to champions Atletico Madrid. Their stadium has been a venue for 2 FIFA World Cups and for Euro 1988. Given the fact the cities are twinned, Hanover 96 share a relationship with Bristol City FC, who both play in red. Hanover was also the first German city to found a rugby club. And let's go to the east end of UEFA. Not talking London, I'm talking Tbilisi. which is the capital city of Georgia, with landmarks such as Narikala Fortress, Freedom Square, Bridge of Peace, Sioni Cathedral, and Sameba. The twinning with Bristol had been established in 1988. There are 4 professional football clubs, with the most successful being Dinamo Tbilisi, who are the most successful domestic team in Georgia. They've won 19 league titles, plus the 2 whilst being a part of the Soviet Union. They've also won 22 domestic cups, along with 2 Soviet cups. In 1981, they won the equivalent to the Europa League. The relation with Bristol has been a big factor for Georgia, having a 40% rise in British tourists back in 2017. And over to Africa, we look at the Beira, which is a coastal city on the central coast of Mozambique, and the largest city in the Sofala province region. The port of Beira not only serves central Mozambique, but it also allows trade to landlocked countries Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Club Ferroviário da Beira is the most successful club in the city, with 2 league titles, most recently in 2023, 3 cups, and a few appearances in the CAF Champions League. Ferroviário translates as railway, and it commemorates one of the first railways in the country, the Beira Bulawayo Railway. Reinaldo Mandava, who plays for Atletico Madrid, is from Beira. Beira has been twinned with Bristol since 1990, another city that's also twinned with Porto. The Bristol-Beira link manages numerous projects in education, culture, commerce, and disability. And over to China, we look at Guangzhou, which is located in the southeast of the country, and it's one of the country's biggest cities. The most successful club is Guangzhou FC, who play in China's second tier, China League One. They have won 15 league titles, including 8 Chinese Super Leagues, 10 if you include before the rebranding of the league, 6 domestic cups, and 2 AFC Champions Leagues. Guangzhou FC have also reached 2 semi-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup. There are also 3 other football clubs, including Guangzhou City. Guangzhou has been a host city, most notably in both first ever FIFA Women's World Cup in 1991 and the 2019 Basketball World Cup, among other events. According to the University of Bristol, the 2 cities became twinned in 2001. The relationship strengthened in 2013, thanks to the signing of an agreement by both cities' governing bodies. There is also a garden in Bristol named after the city, the Guangzhou Garden. Finally, we look over Puerto Morazan. The municipality is located in the northwest of Nicaragua, right near to Honduras. Upon researching, no football clubs were found. However, an amateur-friendly tournament in Bristol was played to raise money for the area. This is Copa Santino, which, barring the COVID era, has been running every year since 1987. This year, the tournament has raised £1,500. Blink, with a C and not a K, stands for the Bristol All Link with Nicaragua, which is the voluntary association that's aims include the development of Puerto Morazan. A lot of charity work happens, and Blink work closely with the Nicaragua Embassy in London. So there we have it. There's a look over of all the cities and the town, which are all twinned with Bristol, as well as looking over some of their football clubs. And if you're interested for me to do more of these, let me know which cities. But this was episode 20, and more should be coming throughout the rest of the year. Hope you've enjoyed, and see you in the next video.